But let's try and number crunch and let's try and analyze, how the street is going to be absorbing both HDFC Bank as well as Kotak Bank's numbers. Rahul Malani joins in on the show right now. Rahul, hi, good morning. Thanks for taking the time out. Let's start off with Kotak because that's an out-and-out disappointment, Rahul. But do you think that's much in the price, given that the stock has, of course, languished for quite some time now, actually?
So, firstly, good morning. So, as you rightly alluded, mostly the valuation reflects all the intermittent headwinds. So, we do not feel that there will be a much negative reaction on the stock, depending upon because the results were weak, although weak, but was on expected lines. However, the street was looking for the timelines for the lifting of the RBI embargo plus the overall submissions to the RBI. That was unclear. So until and unless that clarity comes to the street, Kotak Bank will continue to remain range-bound and will trade with a negative bias.
If we were to just, have you give us your sense as to what the outlook is when it comes to an HDFC Bank? By and large, most of the brokerages have got a buy, a hold, or an outperform rating. But how are you looking at the overall balance sheet repair? Because that seems to be a bit of concern. And CASA growth, which is going to be key for profitability for HDFC Bank.
So for HDFC Bank in this quarter, there is from the management commentary, what we got to ascertain is that there is now better visibility going ahead because the management shared the growth path over the next 3 years. So basically, we believe that it is a good time if we take an investment horizon of around 3 years. It will be a good bet over the next 3 years because FY25 and 26 will be a transition period, and moreover, FY27 would be a normalized where the growth trajectory will come back at or at or around the pre-level merger. Plus, you will start to see progression on the NIMs at least increasing by around 10 to 20 basis points. So most of the balance sheet repair would have been done by the end of the FY26 as per the management commentary which they alluded yesterday. So we feel that its valuations are very attractive considering the 3 years investment period horizon. Other intermittent headwinds like lower CASA ratio, which has been a sector phenomena. But if we look at the overall in the results also, despite CASA being weak and despite NIM net loan growth was weak, they continue to manage the NIMs in a very steady manner. So that because it is lower CASA accretion is a sector phenomena, and once the lower interest rate cycle kicks in, there will be shifting of money. So I think so. We should not look from quarter to quarter this trend. It should be seen from a longer perspective.
Sure. But Rahul, do HDFC Bank's numbers merit any sort of re-rating or target price change?
Basically, we believe that I clearly alluded that if a person has an investment horizon of around 3 years, then this is a good entry point from a medium term perspective. In near term, it will continue to be guided by the news flows and the quarterly numbers. In near term, HDB IPO would be coming out for listing. So some of the more, but there is not a great upside I do not see a more than 10 to 15% upside in next 1 to 2 years. But surely over the period of 3 to 4 years panning out, I think so. There is a scene for good re-rating from here on.
Right. Okay, Rahul, great to have you on the show. Thanks for joining in for that quick analysis, both on HDFC Bank as well as Kotak.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.